Welcome back to our Flexbox tutorial series. In this episode, we'll learn how we can override items and order them inside of a Flex container. In the episode 1 and 2, we saw that we can align items using the properties align items and justify content. We also saw that when we create a Flex container, the main axis is defined by the Flex direction property value, and the cross-axis runs perpendicular to it. By the way, if you didn't see those videos, the links are in the description below. You need to understand the basic concepts about Flexbox to get a better understanding on how to align your items inside your Flexbox container. Sometimes you just need to align one item inside of a Flex container. To be able to do that, Flexbox offers you a property that you can use to align that item. The property is align self. Right here in our HTML, you can see that we have a div with a class of flex-container, and inside of this div we have 4 buttons, and each button has a common class of flex-item. We use this class to style the buttons, and each button has another class. You can see right here, box 1 for button 1, box 2 for button 2, box 3 for button 3, and box 4 for button 4. We'll use this class to override the alignment of the flex items. So right here in our HTML, you can see that we target the flex-container, and we created our flex box using the property display with the value of flex. We also define the flex direction to be row. We are wrapping the content if there is no space, and you can see we are using the align items with the value of star and justify content with the value of star. And right here is the CSS for style on those buttons. So to override the alignment, Flexbox has a property of align self. First of all, just to remember, you can see if you are changing the value right here from star, you will use in flex end. You can notice that the items now are placed in the bottom of your container. The same way, as you can see, if you use baseline, it's gonna go into the top. So the items are moving from top to bottom using the align items property. And if you use justify content, let's change it to flex and save it. And now the items are placed at the end of your container. This is using the main axis. Let's make the items center vertically and horizontally using the center value for both align and justify content. So now let's see how we can override the items inside of your Flex container. To do that, let's target the box classes that we have. So for the first item, I'm using the box 1. You can use the property align self. Let's say the value will be baseline. Save it, and now the items in the top. The same way you can do, let's say for the box number 2, let's make it align self to be flex end. Save it, and now it's at the end. Let's make the box 3 remain as it is. So align self, you can use the value of auto. And for the box number 4, align self, let's make it stretch and fill the container, so the value will be stretch. Save it. Now if you notice the box 3, we're using the value auto, so this means that the box number 3 will take its value from the align items property. If you change it right here to stretch, item number 3 will stretch. If you make it to baseline, it will go on the top. So let's change it to center. And now let's give some space between the items using the space evenly right here. Save it, and now we have some space between each item. So the second property I want to show you is the order property. The order property allows you to organize your items inside of your container. So right here, the items are organized as they are inside of your HTML. But now let's say we want the item number 1 to be the last item inside of the container. You come right here, you give the order property, let's give it a value of 3. Save it, and now bottom one is the last item inside of your container. So by default, all the items have an order of value 0. If you gave it any box, let's say order number 2, all the items that have an order of 0 will come before that number. As you can see right here, the box number 3 is before 1 because we are giving the box 2 or the box 3 a order of 2 and box 1 a order of 3. If you want to make, let's say, the fourth item to come in front of all of them, you can give it a negative value. So order will be, let's say, minus 1. Save it, and now the fourth item is in the front of all the items. So these are the properties that you can use to organize items inside of your Flex container. This is it for this video. In the next one, we'll see how we can nest items inside of your Flex container. Stay tuned.